We met in 1975 when we joined a production of Jesus Christ Superstar.
May the 12th.
May the 12th. A day that will live in infamy.
A piece of history.
There you go, babe. Oh no, the first rehearsals for Superstar. They wanted to find out who could dance and who couldn't, you know. And they found out that we couldn't. But we had to do these things. We had to run across the stage, you know, in a balletic kind of way. And
can you give us an example of what
no,
you
not right now, no. I don't have my pumps on.
Oh.
And Graham ran across the stage, and it was like a giant oak tree coming down as he fell to the stage, crashed in a big heap and sprained his ankle, and I thought, that's the end of him, not going to see him again. So we had an auspicious kind of meeting.
And I remember you and somebody, I think it was Adrian, carried me over to the washing machines.
Is that right?
Yeah. And they had two washing machines for all the costumes. And they filled one with hot water and one with cold, and they lifted me up and dunked my ankle in the hot, then in the cold like that, to get the swelling down. So that was my introduction. And but it worked. I thought I'd be fired because if you can't dance in a show like that, you're not really any good. But it was great, and we became very good friends. You were a great dunker. All the apostles were in the same chorus dressing room, and Russell's little space was next to mine, and we used to sing Beatles songs all the time during rehearsals and during the show. And then I started to sing a couple of my songs. Love Another Bruise I started to sing, and Russell kind of heard me singing it, and he'd always say, well, what's that? And I say, it's a song, it's called Love Another Bruises, and he started to sing it with me, and it sounded great. So we said, well, let's make a tape. So we hired the MD of the show, of the orchestra, Frank, who later joined the band, and he played piano, and we made this little demo in the pit of the orchestra before everybody came in one afternoon on a cassette player, and it was rather crude, certainly by today's standards, but it sounded great. I mean, it really did. And when people heard it, they went, wow, it sounds great. There was something there, and it was very magical to hear it.
You know, over the years, the many years that we've been together, we always try and do something different, you know, either each year or maybe, you know, twice a year if we feel it's necessary. And, I mean, as you can imagine, after all this time, it's difficult to come up with something that people haven't heard or seen. I mean, you know, even getting wardrobe that looks different anymore is very difficult, you know, because we've been through everything, you know, tight jeans, spandex, you know, sequins, blah, blah, you know, so it's difficult. And before this incarnation of the show, Graham said, you know, what about opening the show with Now and Forever? And, I mean, it was his concept, you know, we come out, you know, in darkness, just a spotlight on you. It's a cappella, you know, till I start playing guitar, and, you know, he says, people will go nuts. And, you know, it works. I think it's a great surprise for the audience. And once again, it's to true Blue AirSupply fans, it's a song that they're very familiar with, and it's never been presented like that before, so it was a great way to start the show, and very different for us.
When love is new and the world is out reaching for you, we try hard to hold it all in our hands, but it slips through like soft drifting sands, and drying the tears can build it all like new. Now and forever, remember the words from my heart will always be true. Now and forever, together, and all that I feel is my love for you. Learning each day that the right time was so far away to tell you the things I knew. Now it's clear that the moment we searched for is here, and counting the years is all I want to do. Now and forever, remember the words from my heart will always be true. Now and forever, together, and all that I feel is my love for you. Hold me as close as love will allow, until all your fears are gone. What has all passed is over now. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. I'm holding on. I'm holding on. Now and forever, remember the words from my heart will always be true. Now and forever, together, and all that I feel is my love for you. Now and forever, remember the words from my heart will always be true. Now and forever, together, and all that I feel is my love for you.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Sweet Dreams was a song that was written in 1981, a long time ago. And of course that was one of our early singles which went top 5. And Shadow of the Sun is more recent. It's from Across the Concrete Sky album. The Shadow of the Sun is a very different song for us because its contents are very unusual. It's not the normal song for us, you know. But I always felt it would be a great song to start our show because it's very majestic. You know, Russell starts it off and it's kind of very low key, but it's a little mysterious at the same time. But it reaches this crescendo as well when we both come in the chorus. I think it's very theatrical, you know, and then we joined Sweet Dreams with it, which is quite strange because I was at home trying to think of a new way to present Shadow of the Sun, and I'm always doing that. I'm always trying to change things, and then suddenly I started singing Sweet Dreams over the same chords. They're in different keys and the chords are different, but they matched beautifully, so we buttered Sweet Dreams up to Shadow of the Sun, and it's actually quite interesting.
Close your eyes, I want to ride the sky.
Yeah, and it's great in the show because you're playing Shadow of the Sun and a lot of people are familiar with it and some aren't. But as soon as they hear the Sweet Dreams kick in, it's wow, you know, it's familiarity to them, and they're really very blown away every night, I think.
We could be in the shadow of the sun. Across the concrete sky, come walk with me. Something we need to know, something we need to see. Is it love, only love that is growing inside me? Yes, it's love. Only love is the pillar of plenty. You make me feel this is all I need, and it's all so real. You make me understand where I want to be when I touch your hand. I can see through the shadow of the sun. We can be in the shadow of the sun. Untie the sails, the shore will melt away. Without a trace, I hear the raven say, when it's love, only love that we know we must enter. Yes, it's love, only love when the dove is descending. Are the flowing stream going to somewhere I never seen? like a child, rest in peace. You don't know what you're giving me. I keep for these moments. I want to ride the skies in my sweet dreams. Close your eyes, I want to see you tonight in my sweet dreams. Close your eyes, I want to ride the skies in my sweet dreams. Close your eyes, I want to see you tonight in my sweet dreams. Close your eyes, I want to ride the skies in my sweet dreams. Close your eyes, I want to see you tonight in my sweet dreams.
Preparing for a concert is, I guess it's like a lot of sports guys, you know, I have a ritual.
Well, I think everybody has their routine, you know. What I do when I get to the show, and I get there at least 2 hours before the show, and funny enough, the last 6 months I had to get there even a little more. Maybe the older we get, the more time we need.
I like to get to the show a couple of hours beforehand so I can kind of, you know, free my mind of everything that's been going on during the day.
When I get to a show, I juice, you know. I have the juicer there, and I have all my veggies that they provide for me, and I have a big container full of juice, and I make it, and that gives me a lot of energy for the show. And then I play guitar for a while on my own, you know. I go into my dressing room and just play.
And half an hour before the show, Graham and myself and the guys in the band all get together in one of our dressing rooms, lock the door. We run through all the harmony parts for the songs that we're going to play that night.
We hang out and we sing some harmonies to make sure everybody's got a grip on what we're doing. And then we have a little circle where we all join hands.
And, you know, voice any thoughts that we have about the show and what we're doing and where we've been and where we're going and what we want to accomplish. And
if anybody's feeling a bit under the weather or, you know, not quite with the program, they say that out loud, and we say things and we say what we think about the show, and, you know, it's a very positive affirmation for us, and we're all holding hands, and it's a very deep moment for us, you know. It's very powerful for us, and funnily enough, after that we're all energized and we're all one unit, and we go out on stage.
And it's just a good way for me to mentally prepare, and I think everyone else as well.
Thank you very much. It's so great to be here tonight with you all.
I was the lonely one. like I've just been used. Then you came to me, and my loneliness left me. I used to think I was tied to a heartache that was a heartbreak. Now that I found you, even the nights are better. Now that we're here together, even the nights are better since I found you. Oh, even the days are brighter when someone you love's beside you. Even the nights are better since I found you. You knew just what to do, 'cause you had been lonely too, and you showed me how to ease the pain, and you did more than mend a broken heart, 'cause now you made a fire start, and I can see that you feel the same way. I never dreamed there'd be someone to hold me until you told me. Now that I found you, even the nights are better. Now that we're here together, even the nights are better since I found you. Oh, even the days are brighter when someone you love's beside you. Even the nights are better since I found you. I used to think I was tied to a heartache that was a heartbreak. Now that I found you, even the nights are better. Now that we're here together, even the nights are better since I found you. Oh, even the days are brighter when someone you love's beside you. Even the nights are better since I found you. Thank you.
One of the great things about working with Graham, and it's absolutely true, there's nothing that he's ever written that I don't love. Not one single song. And I'm always excited to hear what the next batch is going to be. And, you know, his songwriting ability is incredible. I mean, to be able to write at this kind of standard for 30 years is beyond my comprehension.
Do another tape with the same thing.
Okay.
And think romance. I started writing songs when I was 10, but they were more like poetry, and but I used to think of the music in my head, and then I'd write the words. And I'd started writing songs, and I'd write one every few days, you know, till I had this big, thick wad of songs. And I used to know, I still actually know them all. But that's when I started. But I was very influenced by, certainly by when the Beatles came along, you know, I was all over that. And I just wanted to write words and music, put them together.
It all starts with the music. If you can't put your heart and soul into the song, then you can't sell it to the audience, you know, if you don't believe it yourself. And we're always touched very deeply when we play the songs, and songs that we've played for, you know, 30 years still generate the same emotions within us today as they did all that time ago. So, you know, the music carries us away, and that washes over the front of the stage into the audience. It's a great feeling to know that you touch people as deeply as you do with the songs.
They definitely feel that too. They feel that passion, that emotion, and that spirituality. They really do.
Yeah.
Here I am, playing with those memories again. And just when I thought time had set me free, those thoughts of you keep taunting me, holding you. A feeling I never outgrew, though each and every part of me has tried. Only you can fill that space inside. So there's no sense pretending my heart is not mending. Just when just when I thought I could stand on my own, oh baby, those memories come crashing through, and I just can't go on without you. On my own, I've tried to make the best of it alone. I've done everything I can to ease the pain, but only you can stop the rain. 'Cause there's no sense pretending my heart is not mending. Just when I thought I was over you, just when I thought I could stand on
A friend of mine at school, his name's Ray Wood. When I was very, very young, he used to live across the road from me, and he had a guitar, and as soon as I saw it, I said, oh God, I've got to play that guitar. But when he said, well, why don't you borrow it? So when he gave it to me, I took it like that, and I should have took it like that. But I didn't. I took it like that because I'm left-handed, and then I learnt all my chords upside down and backwards. I should have restrung, I suppose, but it gives me the ability to play a lot of chords which a lot of people can't play, like because I don't have to bar the chords, you know. I can
There's a chance you will be there. I'd like to know the truth. I'll find it out somehow. Chances aren't too strong. A chance you will be there. Please be there alone. Help me speak out loud. Chances aren't enough. What's too good to me? Chances aren't too strong. A chance is all there is. There's a chance you will be there, wondering what to do, how to play my role. I'll leave it up to you. If I disguise my smile, it gives too much away. What if we can't speak? What then shall I say? Don't you be too long. Something has gone wrong. The chances are all gone. There's a chance you will be there, wondering what to do, how to play my role. I'll leave it up to you. If I disguise my smile, it gives too much away. What if we can't speak? What then shall I say?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Canada. I heard that. In the early 2005 will be AirSupply's 30th year as a band. And this will be a DVD, and you will be in it. You are making history tonight. There must be a lot of people that were here last night. Is that correct? Hands up if you were here last night. Oh, so we have a lot of new people in the audience tonight. Hands up if you've never seen us before. Ah, new victims. Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be here. This is our favorite venue in the world, and we chose to come here to film for a special reason, because we knew you would be here. And right before we came on, we were backstage watching all you people kissing. It was actually quite exciting, I think. But ladies and gentlemen, it's nice to see so many people coming with someone that is special in their life. Because if you can remember, when you met someone really special, you may have thought some of those different kinds of thoughts. When you first found love, was it all that you wanted? For 1,000 long years, was the memory so sweet? Oh yeah. Now your scented touch brings me back to the edge of time. The shadows fade away, the gypsy is complete. Someone is walking beside me. Someone is waiting till I say, yes, I do. Someone is living inside me, giving me all that
someone to cry on my shoulder. I just want to stay here forever. Someone is walking beside me. Someone is waiting and I say, yes, I do. Someone to cry on my shoulder. I just want to stay here forever. Someone is walking beside me. Someone is waiting and I say, yes, I do. Someone to cry on my shoulder. I want you to stay here forever.
Thank you very much.
I thought it was time for Russell to sing a song on his own, but not just a song on his own, but a song that is a real statement. And I had this image of him standing in the center of the stage with a spotlight singing this great song. And this was before the song had arrived, and I thought, yeah, it's time for him to do a song like that, you know, because we sing a lot of the songs together, like Every Woman in the World, Not Out of Love, Lost in Love. We sing them all together, you know. And I thought it'd be great for him to sing a song on his own, like a real majestic platform. And I thought, yeah, that's what he needs.
A sunrise, the wind in the trees, a newborn baby's tears, every breath you take, and every beat of your heart. These are all miracles.
I was thinking about miracles when you were fast asleep. Of all the things we tried to find, it's only love we keep. And I don't ever want to wake you. Your dreams are taking you so far. It's there that I can always touch you. The love is where you are. Fall upon me, take love from me. Nothing is more beautiful to see. Walk beside me, grow inside me. All I have is
very much.
Over our career, I mean, it's been 30 years, but it's, of course, it's generated by the band itself, by the music and what we do. But now it's much bigger than that. It's like it's the world, and not just playing music in the world, but being out in the world and being there and seeing it, because that is the ultimate experience, going to these places.
Yeah.
I remember being in El Salvador, and we went to that hospital.
Right.
You know, we've been to a few hospitals, and things like, but they asked us to go to this one, and it was a hospital for children that are homeless, you know, but they all have very severe illnesses, and we went around. They said, yeah, we'll go around, you know, and do that. But when we got there, I mean, everything changed. It was, and seeing these children in these beds, remember that? And it was like, we were going, oh my God. But then it's being in the real world, and things like that have a profound effect on you, I think.
Sure.
And because suddenly, it's not all the glamour, not that we're ever been into that, but there's so much more than what you see, you know, and you don't realize that there's a whole world, and they're not really as fortunate as you are.
That's right.
And so that gives you a great vehicle for your passion and for what you believe in. And so, and then consequently, every night when we go on stage, I think about those things sometimes, and you know, regardless of the scenario or the circumstances, I think, you know, when we go in our little world, individual world on stage, I think about things like that, you know, when the lights go up and the crowd goes, I think that's what we're singing about, that's what it's all about.
I remember too, there was a 10-year-old boy that was in a bed forever, and he was basically comatose, and I remember that, you know, Graham held his hand, and for the first time in 5 years this kid moved, you know.
That's right, I remember that.
And it was those kind of things that make you go, wow, this is deep, and the only reason that we were able to be there was because of AirSupply and the music, you know.
I'll Find You. Well, that's from the Concrete Sky album, and it's always been a big favourite with the audiences, but I sing that on my own while Russell gets changed into his tight leather trousers. It's a very emotional song about finding oneself before you can do anything else, you know. Before you can fall in love with someone, you've got to love yourself first.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next song fulfills two purposes. Firstly, together we will go inside our minds to the deepest part of our psyche, where love is born. Would you like that? Nod your head. That's in a moment. The second purpose of this song is to allow Russell to get into his very tight leather trousers. Which of the two is more important, I will leave to your discretion. I hope it is the first one. But to accompany me on this song, please welcome one of the greatest, Jed Moss. This could very well be the last time we do this song for a long time, because it's closing out a chapter in our career. So tonight it will have a very special meaning, certainly for me, and I hope for you. But in our life, at some point or another, we search for those very things that we always said we would search for. And as the years go by, we realize that it may be too late. And you may think I'm talking about a partner or someone else. But I'm talking about us all, our search for our very selves. For without finding out who we really are, how can we possibly know and love another? And this song is indeed the search at all costs to find ourselves. and hence find everything else at the same time.
We give, we take, we bend until we break, and we touch and feel to hurt or heal, and in the end we run so far from who we really are, and we praise and curse, we starve and thirst, and I don't care how near or far, I'll find you wherever you are. You know I'll find you wherever you go. Oh yeah. We shout and scream, but it's just a silly dream, and we hold it inside like it's live or die, and in the end we learn to wait, and we squeeze the hands of fate, and we twist and turn, we squeeze and burn, and I don't care how near or far, I'll find you wherever you are. You know I'll find you wherever you go. Through time and space, I'll always see your face, and if I must count every star, so near, so far, I'll find you wherever you are. You know I'll find you wherever you go. So far, I'll find you wherever you are. You know I'll find you wherever you go. Oh yeah.
It's kind of cliched now to, to have the drum solo and the bass solo and the whatever, We've never been big fans of that. And we just wanted to give the guys a chance to, strut their stuff in a different way from the rest of the show.
It allows the band to show the audience that they're a tight little unit, I mean, they really are, they're tight.
I'm Johnny. I'm the bass player. How's it going? I've been with AirSupply just about, well, just a little over 3 years now. My favorite song that we play in the show right now is Someone. I just enjoy the kind of the tablas in the background, you know, all the drum percussive stuff, and then the very hatchy, hooky chorus lines that come in, and just everything about that song is written extremely well. If I had to choose a second favorite, I'd probably go with Shadow of the Sun. I love that just rocking, you know, it's a rock anthem song that's just, you know, it's just cooking from the beginning straight to the end, just non-stop, and I really enjoy that stuff. I come from a rock and roll, 80s glam, you know, background.
Ooh, that's great.
That's Ferrari. And La Tigra, but I'm still working on
Blue Steel?
No, Blue Steel's done. Magnum.
There you go.
Graham, the songwriter, of course, he lives in Utah in the mountains up beyond Park City, and as luck would have it, he was selling a 9-foot Steinway, an old rosewood Steinway, on consignment back to the Steinway dealership in Salt Lake City, Utah. And adjacent to that dealership, there was a big hall called Steinway Hall, and that's where I held all my rehearsals. I was playing with a lot of symphony members, a lot of violinists. And so I just happened to be practicing on his piano upstairs in the adjacent rooms day after day. And I came in one day, and the proprietor, Skip Daines, he said, you know, I think I've got a gig for you. Graham Russell has come in, and they're looking for a pianist for this South American gig. And I couldn't believe it. I sat down and talked to Graham, and he said, you know, send me your bio and stuff. And a few days later, he said, you want to come up and meet me in person? And there was never really an audition because he didn't have a piano at his place. He handed me a stack of CDs and said, you know, can you learn these songs? They had just finished doing the Live from Taipei DVD, which was the last DVD before this.
From my perspective, it's kind of a strange experience because when you play in a band, you become just friends with the people you play with. So here I am, friends with the guys I play with, but I used to listen to these records, you know, when I was in high school. So it shocks me that I'm actually working with them. But musically, it's very gratifying. You know, you get to express yourself every night the way you feel musically, and you're not dictated to, and you get to create music. You know what? It's a good bunch of guys. It's kind of a real down-to-earth, peace and love organization. You know, not a lot of negative stuff floating around, and you get treated like a friend and an equal musically. So it's good for me.
The great thing about, you know, music is, and it's a cliche, but it is an international language, and we found in around 85, things really kicked in Latin America and Southeast Asia, so all the chart success we'd had in the US never stopped in those territories.
That's right, yeah.
and continues today. So, you know, we still, and then the emphasis kind of shifted from a lot of work in America, which we still do, in North America, you know, to Southeast Asia and Latin America. So we were going over there and playing, you know, football stadiums and basketball arenas and all that stuff. And, you know, the wave continued, just in a different part of the world.
Somebody asked us in '84 or something to go to Taiwan, and we were the first band ever, first Western band to go to Taiwan. But I remember when we first went there, it was like it was pandemonium.
Well, you know, Latin America's always been crazy because they are, you know, open their hearts to you, and they're very, you know, vocal, and, you know, I mean, typically in Mexico, you know, the show will be advertised to begin at 9. They'll open the doors at 6. So by the time you come on, everybody is ready, you know, more than ready for the show. Sometimes we've had equipment not being delivered when it's supposed to be, and we've gone on at 1 o'clock in the morning. People have been there for 6 hours, and they're more than ready, you know. And they're always great. And we've found over the years in Asia, I remember one of the first times we played Japan, we played at the Budokan, which is a very famous, you know, venue, and they were like traffic lights on each side of the stage. You know, there was green at the top and orange in the middle and red at the bottom, and if the audience got too loud, they'd put the lights from green to orange, so they'd have to, you know, calm down, and if they got to red, they'd probably stop the show. And, you know, when you first play in an environment like that, you play the song and they, you know, do this, and then they stop, and you think, God, what, you know, they're not responding to what we're doing. And then you find out that that's the norm. But over the years, you know, with the globalization, Americanization of the world, you know, they're as vociferous and as, you know, in their way as any audience is. We played China for the first time. It was in Beijing, and we were told before the show on the first night, don't go into the audience, you know, it's against the rules. The army won't put up with that, you know. So we said, okay. So I think the first night we didn't, and the second night, which was the last show, you know, we were doing the show and we weren't going to do it, and I said, screw it, what are they going to do? You know, if they stop the show, it's nearly over anyway. And we went, you know, I went into the audience, and these guys in uniforms got up and went like this, but the crowd went nuts because, you know, I don't think anybody had done that, maybe, I don't know. And even, you know, it relaxed everything. It relaxed the security. The audience was great, you know. So sometimes you have to do that to make the audience realize that you are accessible and you're not like a whatever they think you are. There's no, we like to think there's no barrier between the stage and the audience. We want it to all be part of the same body, you know.
I told you. He just made it, too. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for the band, Johnny, Jed, and Mike. This is the part of the show where we do a song from a long time ago. Somewhere in between 1980 and 1990, I believe. But we wait till there's something that you want to hear. Pablo.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday, babe.
Oh, you, okay.
It's your birthday too, right, dude?
Are you having fun, my dear?
Sorry, you're 19? Good for you.
We feel like we're 19.
our dreams were wearing thin. When you're lost, where do you begin? My heart always seemed to drift from day to day, looking for the love that never came my way. Then you smiled and I reached out to you. I could tell you were lonely too. One look, then it all began for you and me. The moment that we touched, I knew that there would be two less lonely people in the world, and it's gonna be fine. Out of all the people in the world, I just can't believe you're mine. In my life where everything was wrong, something finally went right. Now there's two less lonely people in the world tonight. Just to think what I might have missed. Looking back, how did I exist? I dreamed, still I never thought I'd come this far. But miracles come true, I know, 'cause here we are. Two less lonely people in the world, and it's gonna be fine. Out of all the people in the world, I just can't believe you're mine. In my life where everything was wrong, something finally went right. Now there's two less lonely people in the world tonight. Tonight I fell in love with you, and all the things I never knew seemed to come to me somehow. Baby, love is here and now. There's night has gone, now the night has gone away. Doesn't seem that long, we hardly had 2 words to say. Hold me in your arms for just another day. I promise this one will go slow. Whoa, we have the right, you know. We have the right, you know. come so soon. Must we end this way when so much here is hard to lose? Love is everywhere, I know it is. Such moments as this are too few. Whoa, it's all to you. It's all to you. Here I am, the one that you love, asking for another day. Understand, the one that you love loves you in so many ways. Tell me we can stay. Tell me we can stay. Oh, they are the words to say, the only words I can believe. Hold me in your arms for just another day. I promise this one will go slow. Whoa, we have the right, you know. We have the right, you know. Here I am, the one that you love, asking for another day. Understand, the one that you love loves you in so many ways. Here I am, the one that you love, asking for another day. Understand, the one that you love loves you in so many ways. The night is now a part of yesterday. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Are you ready? Here I am. Understand. Here I am. Big finish. Incredible. Here I am, the one that you love, asking for another day. Understand, the one that you love
Lost in Love was, or is, my favourite song of everything that Graham's written, I think, because it changed everything for us when it was released on a worldwide basis.
I wrote it in like 15 minutes. It just came really fast, and I was in South Australia at the time.
And it was during that period between when we toured with Rod Stewart and we came back to Australia, and there was nothing happening for us. You know, we couldn't play anywhere. Our prospects looked really terrible. But wonderfully so, Graham called and said, I've got, you know, some new songs I've written, and a few guys from the band at the time went to South Australia. And we listened to, you know, I don't know, 2 or 3 of the songs, and he played Lost in Love, and everybody just, you know, was flabbergasted. It was so awesome.
It's always a good sign, I've found, that if a song comes really fast and it's kind of complete, and it's got a good chance of growing legs and going somewhere.
And the great thing about that song, and also a lot of other songs that Graham writes, is that when you hear them, whether it's just piano and vocal or guitar and vocal, you just know that it's complete. You know, you don't have to tamper with where it goes, how it starts, how it finishes. You know, it's just a wonderful tool to be able to use. You know, to just go in there and sing the song, and it's incredible. And I love it. You know, I think it's phenomenal. I remember being in Los Angeles when it was released, you know, and I mean, it just sounded so beautiful. And I was in a car driving down Sunset Boulevard or something. It came on the radio, and it just freaked me out. You know, in America, driving on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, yeah.
And here's our song on the radio. It was a wonderful feeling. There's been a few songs. Lost in Love was one of them. The One That You Love was another one, and a few others that, when you start to sing the parts that you're doing, like everything else seems to go away. There's just black around you. There's just you and the song. And, you know, I know that my heart starts to beat faster, and you just, you know, there's a feeling that you don't get. And all the songs, I love singing them all, but, you know, that specifically those 2 songs stand out in my mind as being, you know, those situations where there was nothing but you and the song there.
Thank you very much. Now you rock. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to play a song for you that we first recorded in 1978 in a studio in Australia that was about 4 feet square. And I had an inch between the end of my guitar and the wall. Tonight, we have a bit more room.
to carry on. Carry on, carry on. Lost in love and I don't know much. Was I thinking aloud? Fell on its touch, but I'm back on my feet. Eager to be what you wanted. Now I'm lost. Lost in love. Lost in love. Lost in love. Now I'm lost. Lost in love. Lost in love. Lost in love. Overnight scenes, dinner and wine, Saturday girls. I was never in love, never had the time. My hustle and hurry world. Laughing myself to sleep, waking up lonely. I needed someone to hold me, oh. It's such a crazy old town, it can drag you down till you run out of dreams. So you party all night to the music and lights. You don't know what happiness means. I was dancing in the dark with strangers, no love around me. When suddenly you found me, oh, whoa. Girl, you're every woman in the world to me. You're my fantasy.
Thank you. This afternoon we did some interviews with various people for this project and some other things, and it's not often that Graham and I get to sit together and chat about our work, because this is our job and we love it immensely. But this afternoon, as we were discussing stuff with the interviewers, with the interviewees, I think I think it was just me. I discovered that the life that we have is all that we have. This is not a dress rehearsal. We have one chance in this lifetime to do as much good as we can, both for ourselves and the ones that we love. So when you go home this evening or in the morning, if there's someone that you truly love, tell them, because I know that it will mean the world to them. We thank you for coming tonight very much. We love you.
Find the answers, and I know just how to lie. I know just how to fake it, and I know just how to scheme. I know just when to face the truth, and then I know just when to dream. And I know just where to touch you, and I know just what to prove. I know when to pull you closer, and I know when to let you loose. And I know the night is fading, and I know the time's gonna fly. And I'm never gonna tell you everything I gotta tell you. I know I gotta keep it a try. And I know the roads to riches, and I know the ways to fame. I know all the rules, and then I know how to break them. I always know the name of the game, but I don't know how to leave you, and I'll never let you fall. And I don't know how you do it, making love out of nothing at all. Out of nothing at all. Making love out of nothing at all. Making love out of nothing at all. Making love out of nothing at all. Out of nothing at all. Making love out of nothing at all. Every time I see you, all the rays of the sun are streaming through the waves in your hair. And every star in the sky is taking aim at your eyes. Like a spotlight, the beating of my heart is a drum, and it's lost, and it's looking for a rhythm like you. You can take the darkness from the pit of the night and turn it to a beacon burning endlessly bright. I gotta follow it, 'cause everything I know, well, it's nothing till I give it to you. wanna see me crawl, and I'm never gonna make it like you do, making love out of nothing at all, out of nothing at all, making love out of nothing at all, making love out of nothing at all, making love out of nothing at all, out of nothing at all, making love out of nothing at all. Every time I see you on the rays of the sun, I'm streaming through the waves in your head, and every star in the sky is taking aim at your eyes, like a spotlight. The beating of my heart is a drum, and it's lost, and it's looking for a rhythm like you. You can take the darkness from the pit of the night and turn it to a beacon burning endlessly bright. I gotta follow it, 'cause everything I know
Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, these beautiful people. It's time to meet the good-looking guys in the band. Please welcome once more on piano, Mr. Jed Moss.
On bass guitar, would you please welcome Mr. Johnny Lightfoot. And on drums, all the way from Las Vegas, Mr. Mike Zerby.
Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of things before we get into this next song. First of all, we would like to thank Casino Rama for allowing us first to come and play again, and secondly, for allowing us to film this evening and last night. Thank you so much. They certainly are the most professional staff and venue we've ever played in, and we've played in them all. Their front of house staff and their staff backstage, thank you very much for looking after us. We would like to give a very generous round of applause for our faithful and fearless crew that travel all over the universe and get our show ready. Thank you, guys. We would also like to thank the many airheads that have come from all over the world to be here tonight. We love you all. And for those of you that are not airheads, get on our sites and become one immediately. AirSupplyMusic.com, and you will be an airhead, just like us. But more than anything, we'd like to thank you all for coming, not only tonight, but for supporting us for so many, many years.
We're really lucky. We've had grandchildren of people that came to see us in the early years still see us. We play Las Vegas 3 times a year. We get people flying from Germany just for 4 days to see us every year, 2 or 3 times a year. When we played in Ireland, we had people from Turkey and Greece and Italy and Spain and France, and but the core of people that come and see us in America, I mean, there's not a place we play that you don't see familiar faces, you know. And
every show.
And every show that we play, and you can't trade that for anything, because it's for that reason, and the reason that those people come is that we're able to keep doing this, you know.
I just want to say it's great to have all the fans support us over, you know, the 3 years I've been in it, and probably the 30 years that the guys have been doing it. It's great to see familiar faces at every show, and it's just wonderful to really have fans like you guys out there that come and support us. Without you guys, there would be no AirSupply, so thank you.
For, I don't know how many years, 20, 25 years, we've done a meet and greet thing. Even before people did it, we were doing it, and after every show,
yeah,
we meet our fans. You know, after every single show, if it's in China or, you know, Delhi or wherever it may be.
Yeah.
And I look forward to that, because you get to see, you get that close contact, and you get to hear them, and it's inspiring. Thank you very much.
Well, it's a great barometer for the show too, because they always tell you what they like.
Thank you.
Thanks for keeping us going. You know, your passion and your constant demand that we come out and play, it's what keeps us alive. It's what keeps us going. You know, I'm pretty new at this, at dealing with fans on this level, and it's been a bit overwhelming for me to give autographs for things and have people recognize me in the hallways of the hotels and all that. But I will say that the fans of AirSupply are an amazingly dedicated, passionate group who really believe in the message of the music.
And to hear the feedback or what they're feeling about the show and the songs and what's happened is the thing that really inspires us to believe that we're doing something unique. You know, it may be a small thing, but we know that it has an effect on people, and they on us very deeply.
As you're driving or walking home this evening under the beautiful Canadian stars, we would like to leave you with one thought in your heart until we meet again. And that thought can be only one. There can be no other.
Lying alone with my head on the phone, thinking of you till it hurts. I know you hurt too, but what else can we do? Tormented and torn apart. I wish I could carry your smile in my heart. The times when my life seems so long, make me believe what tomorrow could bring, when today doesn't really know, doesn't really know. I'm all out of love, I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love, what am I without you? I can't be too late to say that I was so wrong. I want you to come back and carry me home, away from these long, long evening nights. I'm reaching for you. Are you feeling it too? Does the feeling seem oh so right? What would you say if I called on you now and said that I can't hold on? There's no easy way, it gets harder each day. Please love me or I'll be gone. I'll be gone. I'm so lost without you. I know you so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late to say that I was so wrong. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late. I know I was so wrong. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late. I know I was so wrong. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late to say that I won't go. I'm all out of love. Thank you, Canada. You are beautiful. Thank you. We love you all. Thank you. Thank you.
After our whole show, which I always perceive as like a journey that we take, that we go with the audience, and the audience comes with us, and we take them to different places, and we do, because I can see it in their faces that they go through all kinds of emotions, and a lot of people end up crying in the audience. You know, you see them and they're in tears, tears of joy, and these emotions that they may not experience all the time. I think the music brings them back to a place that they've been in the past, or a new song takes them somewhere they've never been before, perhaps. And I wanted our show to have a great beginning, and to take this journey of highs and lows, but right at the end I wanted a succinct message, very simple, where Russell is on his own again, and I wanted to play the piano on it, but I wanted it to be really simple and a beautiful message, and right at the end to say, we'll never say, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it, we'll never say goodbye, we're only going to say goodnight, so that there really is no goodbye, you know, even though the particular city that we're in, we may never go there again, but there'll never be a goodbye, only goodnight, you know. So the music goes on and lasts forever.
Thank you so much. Before we leave you this evening, we have but one more thing to tell you. How does the time slip by so fast? Why can't it once stand still? For us this night will always last, with every breath until. And if you find you're all alone, remember you have wings. As long as there is air to breathe and music left unsung, you know that in the darkest night a dawn has just begun. So think of us, we'll think of you. Together we'll take flight, for we shall never say goodbye. We only say good night. For we shall never say goodbye. We only say good night.
There's a common denominator with humanity that can be touched with music, you know, and I think music is probably the only medium that can do it. I don't believe that art quite, when I talk about art, I'm talking about paintings, can do it alone. That music can transcend all that, and it's a common bond with humanity that when certain chords are played and when the passion is there, something happens. You know, if you're in India or China or San Francisco, something happens to people. And you become one of them, and they become you. And when that happens, it's a beautiful moment, you know. And that's what I try to create. And I think certainly it's what Russell and I try to create.
I would hope, and in fact, if nobody remembered anything, which is the great part about making a recording, I mean, when you do it, it's like plastic, it's forever. You know, you can't, it's not biodegradable, you can't get rid of it, really. And I would like to think that, you know, my daughter's grandchildren will, you know, play whatever format they have down the road and go, wow, that was my great-grandfather, you know. It's there. It never goes away. And, you know, as far as AirSupply is concerned, I think, you know, we just want to be remembered as people that wrote and performed great songs and brought a lot of pleasure and touched people.